welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Varus bot lane with a Nami support versus a Caitlyn Janna lane. I have Xin Zhao in the jungle versus a Nautilus. I have TF mid lane versus a Fizz, and a Rumble top lane versus a Lee Sin. So let's jump in and see how this goes. This is a solo queue ranked game, so I wanted to win, naturally. But usually when you're playing, you always want to win. Anyway, so I started with longsword 2 pots because against Caitlyn I felt that I needed the pots to stay in lane a little bit more and keep myself safe. Although I do have sustain from Nami through her, I think it's her E, I'm pretty sure it is. No, W, ebb and flow. I still don't feel completely secure. So, and Caitlyn Janna, the poke is quite painful, so I'd rather not take the full brunt of that. I'd rather be able to sort of knock it off a little bit and come back out after it. So anyway, we enter lane, and the first thing I do is I start farming naturally. Nami's being very aggressive, and she's actually playing it really well, because basically she's going in, auto-attacking, and then as soon as they auto-attack, she ebb and flows, which causes her to heal because it bounces back to her. So it's a pretty good strategy. But anyway, Nautilus tried to gank us, we had a ward, we were like, nope, that ain't happening, and then we proceed to farm some more. And then Nautilus is heading into mid lane, and we know this at this point, and we're thinking, right, okay, he could be coming down here. And then we notice him heading down the river, and we're like, okay, let's try and maybe run away, and then he comes, and then TF comes in with TP, and then we blow him up. Boom! Double buff for me, first blood, everything, the works. Suddenly, I feel very powerful in this lane. I've got first blood, double buffs, yep. Of course, I have the right to be feeling powerful at this point. So, the first thing I start doing is I start pushing and I start poking and throwing out everything I can at these mofos, so that they have to go out of lane and I can come out ahead through farm. So, I continue to push, I hit the tower a little bit on the way, but for the most part, my aim is to keep throwing out spells in front of them. Nami's playing aggressive still, trying to force them to be a bit of aggressive, otherwise they lose trades instantly, and I'm going to continue to throw out my spells. Nautilus comes down, and I'm like, oh hello Nautilus, you wanted to try something, did you? And then I push up. I'm kind of sensing that something bad's going to happen any second now. I'm sensing that Nautilus is going to try and engage on us. But at the time, I couldn't give a damn. I was more focused on wanting to push the lane and farm. And then he comes aggressive, and I'm like, oh, crap. Flash. Barrier. Run away, run away, run away. TF ult. And then I realised, oh. So we just turn on them and blow them up. Although I got stuck on a trap. Kind of sucks. But we get 2 kills. TF got them both. Pretty good for us. He used his ult, so he's got no TP, no ult now, but his TP is up shortly. And we're feeling pretty powerful at this point. So, instead of doing what I would normally do and buy a Vamp Scepter and boots, I decided to go full on and just get myself a Vamp Scepter and a BF Sword. Reason being is I'm going to build the Bloodthirster, because I feel as a character that Blade of the Ruined King doesn't work with Varus. I can't see the point, because you need AD to make his spells effective. If you're not building AD, then you're not powerful. That's my personal opinion. So I see loads and loads of people playing or that build Blade of the Ruined King, and I can see why they do it. But I just don't think it's worthwhile on something like Varus. Even though he's got no escapes and it gives him that escape, honestly, I prefer a Bloodthirster. But that's just personal opinion and personal options and stuff. So, anyway, so my first aim is to push up, get monies, and come out ahead. They're starting to come back a little bit due to their top lane and stuff. But either way, we're doing fine down here, and we're not doing anything too bad, and we're just pushing, pretty much. And let's be honest, how often do you push a Caitlyn lane? It's not every day, and it's just because I came out ahead through that double buff. So my aim is push, get the tower as quickly as I can, because the sooner I get her tower, the better, because then I can roam and do other things. So Fizz is coming down at this point, and I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm gonna try and be a little bit safe, but then I realise he's gone back to mid. I'm like, okay, fine, okay. But we think that somebody's above us, and then we realise that he's in mid lane of Nautilus, so we're like, oh, okay, fine, back to pushing it is then. So we continue to push, we try to be aggressive on the odd occasion, but I move at this point, so I don't really want to be too aggressive. They're starting to come back through Fizz. Fizz is just, like, ridiculous, to be honest, and is a good pick against TF anyway. So, not too surprised. Anyway, so I go back, I get boots, I get a dagger, and I get my bloodthirster. Now that I've got those, I'm pretty well set up, I can escape ganks, and I have a lot of damage. So, once again, come back in, start pushing. And stacking up my bloodthirster as quickly as I can. The sooner it's stacked up, the sooner I can start killing this bot lane faster. So, that is my aim. Get big and powerful, get the stacks up. So, pushing, and then we notice the tower's low, and we're like, okay, fine, we'll take that, and then we continue to push. There's nothing they can do. They're all top lane area, fighting, so we're like, okay, fine, we'll just go push. No problem with that. I don't mind pushing. Zim wants to dive this. I'm a little bit skeptical about diving, quite honestly, but we do it anyway, so ults all over the place. Zin comes in, knocks them into the wall, and then Caitlyn flashes over the wall, and then we're like, okay, fine, we'll just kill Janna then. Boom, kill Janna. Nautilus comes in, and we're like, okay, not good, not good. Fizz comes in, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore, and then I get fish on my face, and I'm like, ouch. I try to help, but it's already too late, so I just make a run for it as quickly as I can. I go as far back as really I should, because I don't want to risk getting caught out, and I get myself a Zerka Greaves and Zeal. Now, overall, what we were doing was good, we just played it out wrong. We were too aggressive, and we basically just turned round on us and hit us in the face. It's not like it was a bad idea, because we thought they were all off elsewhere, but then we should have realised that they were all missing and just backed off, but we didn't. We were fools. So they got a Drake and a few kills. Anyway, we go in here and we fire off a few ults, we do some damage. I take an ult from Fizz, and then we kill off Fizz really quickly. Boom, dead. And I'm like, cool, okay, time to push this up a bit. Kill off these minions as quickly as we can, and push the lane. And then we take the tower as quickly as we can. Caitlyn takes our bot tower, fine. Okay, we don't really mind. And I decide I'm going to go down to bot lane because it's a load of farm, so I'll take that quickly. The team goes top lane to fight off the Lee Sin. They kill the Lee Sin, great, bonus. And then they take our mid tower, and I end up going all the way around here to make sure that I don't get caught out. And then the team's sort of edging towards going back, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go back as well. I get a static shiv, and then I go back to farming and pushing. So, at this point, we are relatively ahead. We're only ahead by about a K, less than a K, in fact. We've got the same towers, but they've got a Drake. So, that's not good for us, to be honest, considering we were ahead from the beginning, but Fizz has become pretty big, 6-3-0 and shit, so yeah. Trying to come back from the fight. So anyway, they engage here on our Zin does everything he can. Fizz comes on top of my face, I try to kill him, and then Lee Sin's trying to kill me. Zin goes all the way around here, really shouldn't have, he should have just stayed with me. And then I get caught by Lee Sin, Nautilus, and I die. Yep, okay. Zing dies, and Rumble and Nami chase down two guys that we're never going to catch. So, not the best fight ever, really. We didn't really come out ahead. We sort of traded even, but overall they actually won that quite badly because they killed me. But anyway, I went back because of it, obviously, and then I bought myself a Ruby Crystal. And the team went off to try and kill Lee Sin. TF did a fail ult, and yeah, Zin nearly died to Lee. I come up, a little bit and then decide actually there's no point. So I go off, take red buff as quickly as I can, and then Nami gets caught out by Fizz. Yep, okay, brilliant. Caitlyn's pushing, so I'm like, nope, that ain't happening. So I stop her, and I push back to bot lane. And then we sort of, I want to have a fight, because I feel if we fought the last battle a little bit better, we would have won the fight, but we played it out wrong, and that's why we lost. But anyway, we come into mid lane, we start pushing in, looking for opportunities, looking for an engage. And then they're trying to catch us out. Yep, naturally. They've got a lot of ways of catching us out with Lee Sin queuing in, flashing, ulting, and Nautilus Qs, Janna flash ults, and Fizz ults, and everything. Yeah, they can catch us out quite easily, to be honest. We haven't got a lot of ways of stopping them. But we have a little engage here, and then we have a little disengage. And I was questioning why we disengage, but then Lee Sin comes on top of TF, and then their entire team sort of piles in, so I'm like, oh, hello, perfect ult, boom. Fizz throws out his fish, everyone runs away from Rumble, and then I just blow up Fizz. I then target straight onto the Nautilus, kill him, and then see the Janna, because she's the only target left that I can go for, try and push in for her, continue to chase down, and then Rumble slows, and I flash, and I auto-attack, boom, kill. 3 kills for me very quickly within, well, actually no, there's only 2 kills, I thought I got 3. But in very quick succession, and then we go for the inhibitor tower as quickly as we can. So we take that, and then we go for the inhibitor itself, and that all scaled just because we sort of engaged, disengaged a little bit, and then they engaged wrong with Lee Sin going in first, and then he got caught out and blown the hell up. Pretty much, and their entire team sort of continued to go in as though they needed to, and then but their entire team piled up just the right way for my ult, so my ult went straight down into the Nautilus, and it just locked down the entire team, and then we just killed them because most of them were caught in Rumble Wall as well. So overall, that was great, and it was completely by accident as well. That was just because they played it wrong and they just got caught out because of the way that we disengaged and re-engaged. And because of Lee Sin's mistake of going in. If Lee Sin hadn't gone in like that, it would have been completely different. So, yeah, we played that right, and because of it I got Last Whisper. And then we decide to go for Baron. Not a lot they can do about it really, so we're just trying to kill it as quickly as we can. Boom, kill it. I take another fish, yay, fishers, they're annoying, and then we try to catch out some of them. 2 of them go down here, we're like, okay, we'll leave them, and then we go on to Fizz, and we do catch them out, boom, dead. In fact, more than dead, very dead, and then we're like, okay, we see a tower up here, let's go take the tower really quickly, boom, take that, and then we push in for the inhibitor one as well. There's nothing they can do to stop us, because we're quite strong now. I moved forward and then realised I actually only should move back. I don't want to get caught out by like a Nautilus Q or anything like that. So then we push up all the waves and look for opportunities, and we decide, right, okay, we can't really do much else. It's not worth the risk right now, so let's just go take another tower and push up a bit and then back off. There's no point staying. And then we realise the Drake's up, so we're like, okay, let's go take that quickly. So we take the Drake, we've got 2 inhibitors down on their side, so we can push in whenever we want. We've still got Baron for about another minute and a half, so we're like, okay, let's go in. Let's go, and we'll just push in and aim for the victory now. So we all get into mid lane pretty much. TF goes up to try and catch out the Nautilus. He does some damage, and then Nautilus flashes out. But we continue to push here. We take down this inhibitor on its respawn. Boom. Quickly. And then we continue to push in. We aim for the towers first. That is our first goal. Completely ignore them. And then we engage with pretty much all our ults. Boom. Everyone just gets caught out by my ult pretty much. We blow up their team. Blow up Nautilus first. Then we turn on to Lee Sin. He's pretty much a free kill at this point, and we just continue to go in. Rumble ult comes in, boom, double kill for the TF, and then we're like, okay, we see a nice tower here, let's go take that. TF gets caught by a fish and killed by the Fizz, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just take the Nexus now. Go in for that as quickly as I can. Fizz was trying to go in, and GG, well played. I feel that although there was quite a few mistakes made in this game, that happens a lot in solo queue, I feel that it was played right in the right circumstances, and that my team, although made a lot more mistakes than theirs, we capitalised on their mistakes more often than they capitalised on ours. So overall, I feel this was a very good game, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also follow me and like me on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you for watching.